You know, if Aries Spears was anybody else, I think Vlad would have not played with him. I think it would have been another gunplay MMG situation.
All right. How do you feel about the whole Vlad, Aries Spears, and Boosie situation?
So I'm gonna say this, right? Because I had a conversation with somebody about this on my channel. Vlad, in my opinion, killed the game of podcasting. Vlad, in my opinion, when it comes to like interviewing people, because interviews used to be you promote your stuff and it was free. It wasn't really you had to give somebody money because radio people don't pay. They're giving you the promo. So if you got any project, that is to help you, right?
People felt like they was being done a favor when they got to go on someone's platform.
Yeah, it was done a favor. But when Vlad came in the game, he changed the whole trajectory of podcasting and just interviewing. So now people that are being interviewed, they need ticket fare. They need, expenses. It's all about their expenses. And I'm gonna say this right here on the platform with you. I paid maybe 4 people that I've had on my platform. I paid for. One of them, I gave them a good amount of money, and they were supposed to go on Queen's Flip platform, and they did mine first, and it kind of like rubbed that person the wrong way because I took somebody that he had. So in this game, that's really what it come down to. Now, Vlad is very cheap. I'm gonna say this to you, Panda, because the money that he's offered a lot of guys, and he'll take, if he see that the person is maybe a bigger person that he per se thinks, he'll pay them more money. Like 6ix9ine is getting way more money. Tony Ayo is getting a lot of money up there. That's why he keeps going up there, because Tony Ayo's not getting no peanuts. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, but I mean, they getting the views to back it though, right? So they command that much money.
Views, but it's like, but Boosie was his top, I would say the top guy he was paying. And I think the Marlon Wayans thing is what kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because you could pay Boosie that big money. You could pay Marlon Wayans the same amount. Marlon Wayans is a legend. Like, we're talking about White Chicks, Scary Movie, In a Living Color, Mo Money,
Wayans Bros,
Six Bed. Yeah, we talk about so much money that this guy, movies that this guy has done. And you telling me that you couldn't pay Marlon Wayans what he wanted and Shannon Sharpe did? That's why, like,
no,
Vlad,
Shannon Sharpe didn't pay him.
Yeah, I know Shannon didn't pay him, but what I'm saying is, Panda, like, to have a Marlon Wayans on your platform and you just don't want to give him the offer that he asked for is crazy to me.
Yo, but like, what he was asking was kind of crazy though, bro.
But Vlad is paying Boosie the same amount of money.
No, he asked for, what was it, like $35,000 and a percentage on the back end too, though. So it wasn't just the upfront fee.
I don't think that. But Panda, okay, if he didn't want to give him a percentage of the back end, the $35,000 is not. It's not like it's $100K though.
Right.
It's like, come on, the $35,000 is, you going to get it back, because he gives him the $35,000, he's going to get it back in views. Like, perfect example, right? And we're going to talk about these guys, but I just want to bring this as an example. Hassan and China Brim and Harlem Legend went on Vlad's platform, right? They did a podcast. Now, they've been critiquing Vlad for years. I think Hassan was on your platform, had a critique about Vlad, right? So when I watch Hassan and them going up there, the numbers didn't look like what Boosie or what 6ix9ine was doing. So one thing I know about Vlad, if it's low numbers, he's not calling you back. If it's high numbers, he's calling you back. That's why you see Boosie as a recurring guest. That's why you see Yayo as a recurring guest. Do you agree, Panda?
Right.
So it's like, with Boosie, I can understand why Boosie feel the way he feel. He feel like, I've been with you this long, Vlad. I done made a lot of money. Like, and Boosie don't even have to rap anymore, just off of the fact that he's made so much money with Vlad. It's not even funny. This man got a fucking community off of Vlad. Like, he just got a big community, big houses and all that. So he basically just like, yo, I done made a lot of money with you, Vlad. Come on, dog. Pay me what I'm worth. Vlad didn't want to do that.
I can understand him asking for a little bit more, but if you really making only 35,000 and you can't give him the full 35,000, you can't do the interview for free. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, I know that. I know that, but Panda, this is the thing, right? Vlad can't. This is what I don't like about Vlad. You can't lowball people. Like, look, Charleston White has finally come back to Vlad's platform. Like, Charleston White, I remember he was on there in 2021, right? This is the first time he's been on his platform in years.
Right, but remember, he stopped fucking with him because Charleston had made them comments about Math Hoffa's daughters and all this stuff like that. And like Vlad made it a point to be like, yo, you know, you talking about my people and stuff like that. I can't fuck with you. But he did this Charleston thing as a way to get back at Aries, as a way to get back at Boosie, you know.
Okay, so you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
He knows that Charleston White and 6ix9ine, right, is big in the streaming community. Vlad is not a stupid guy.
No, not at all.
He knows that, okay, if I got this problem with Aries Spears and I got this problem with Boosie, just like with Lord Jamal, when Lord Jamal used to come over there, right? And Lord Jamal said, I'm not coming back on your platform because of what you said about Minister Farrakhan. I'm not coming back. So Lord Jamal started his podcast, right? And then he fell out with Godfrey. Then he came back to Vlad, right? One thing I know about Vlad, and he's this type of guy, is that when he see you got momentum or he see you don't have momentum, he'll either jump on you or he'll bring you back. And that's what he did with Charleston White. He's like, okay, I see Charleston White with Neo and Aiden Ross and all these people. Yo, let's get Charleston White. Let's bring him back. You know, let's bring 6ix9ine over here. Let's get 6ix9ine and let's do crazy views. Because Boosie is in his feelings right now. And to me personally, I just feel like, yo, Vlad, man, you got a conglomerate, bro. Why fuck it up? Why fuck it up? If I got a Boosie and I got a Aries Spears and I got a 6ix9ine, I got a Charleston White, bro, we can run the bag.
Because it's all about business at the end of the day, and it's all about respect. And I think that Boosie disrespected him by saying you cheap and hanging up on him. And after them rocking together for 20 years, like I don't think that was the way to do it, right? Like, and Aries just fucked up the whole situation. Like,
but he said, Vlad, I thought we was friends.
But let me ask you this, okay, right? Don't you think though that was the wrong time? You see him already going through this shit with Boosie. He already dealing with a lot. You choose right now at this moment to be like, yo, I need a raise too. Like, come on, man. Like, that's like the worst time.
I think because they see Vlad as like, Vlad is the guy, and we can't take this away from Vlad, right? Because he's a genius. He's a genius in what he does, right?
He's the godfather of this shit.
Yeah, he's a godfather. But the thing is with Vlad is that it's a lot of money being made. And I think a lot of those guys just feel like we should get more money with you. Right. You know,
but he can only give them how much part, like only a certain amount of percentage of what they make. He can't start dipping into like, oh, this is the amount that 6ix9ine made, and since I'm only paying 6ix9ine this much, I can afford to give you more. That's not good business, though. You know.
No, I don't think it's good business. I think, in my opinion, I think that, you know, if they can't come to an sort of agreement that all parties should part ways, I think Aries Spears should, you know, if he feel like Vlad's not, there's other platforms. Like, look, all the dialogue. Let's keep it real. All the dialogue, in my opinion, right now, and Say Cheese, is like they like the black version of Vlad.
Absolutely.
Like they pay it, and they doing what it's doing. So if you don't feel comfortable on Vlad, You can go to Art of Dialogue. You can go to
Yo, and
Sean
Art put up good numbers too. He put up big numbers.
Art put up the same amount of numbers that Vlad do. You know, just like Shannon Sharp and many others. So it's so much competition now.
Yeah,
that a lot of people don't need Vlad.
But let me say also though, like Vlad did engineer this whole shit, but at the same time, he did create his own problems though too. So we can't take away from that. We can't take away from that either. You know what I mean?
No, he did.
Right.
He did. He created a lot of problems for himself. It's like that's just like I'm gonna keep it real with you, Panda. I was watching something, maybe like 3-4 weeks ago. Doggy Diamonds, right? He had did something on RZA, right? And he had RZA's cousin up there, and I was like, wow, a lot of these guys is turning into messy type of guys because they would criticize Vlad and say, oh, Vlad is messy. And I'm seeing everybody doing the messy thing. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is the new thing. And I think a lot of people, it don't work for a lot of people. It hurt their legacy. You get what I'm saying, Panda? Like, I think, like some of them.
No, I get exactly what you're saying, but that's what the unfortunate thing is now when you compare how YouTube was before in the beginning, where you could have artists on there talking about the new project, talking about these old stories, and it would do numbers.
Yeah.
Right? Now it's like the only thing, because there's so much competition, it's the most salacious, most crazy shit is what is going to get people to click.
But I think, Panda, personally, I think it's because the rappers became podcasters. I think these guys didn't step up the work. Let's be honest, because Panda, a lot of everything is about revising your platform and reinvention, right? And a lot of these guys don't reinvent themselves. Like a lot of these guys been on YouTube before I came on there, before you came on there, and they just been stagnant, and they've been pumping the same content. And the problem is, if you're going to be a content creator, you can't get mad at a Joe and Jada. You can't get mad at a Cameron and Mace. You can't get mad at a Gilly and Wallow. You can't get mad at any of these guys that's building. Even Benzino got a podcast now. So everybody got a podcast. Yeah, Yo and Murder. So everybody got a podcast. Why do they have to come on your podcast? If they got a podcast, and if they do come on your podcast, what is you bringing to the table that's so different? It's the same questions. You get what I'm saying, Panda?
I mean, yeah, it's just so much competition now, bro. You know what I'm saying? And then I think that it's created a lot of issues within kind of like this niche that we in. It's crazy. But let me ask you this though, right? Like as far as the Aries Spears and Vlad situation, now Aries, I feel like Aries has made himself look really bad. He played his hand wrong. I'm not saying that he was wrong for wanting more money, but the way that he played the situation was wrong though. Like to say that, you know, you're going to have a conversation with this man and then next thing you know, play hard to get and not have the conversation, not want to pick up the phone, you know, and say, yeah, I'll have the conversation with you eventually. Then you challenge the man to go on his show for free to have a debate. And then he accepts the debate. And then you say, oh, I need 48 hours to think about it. Then you turn it down after that. And you let the man call you a pussy and you're not going to do nothing though. Like, Aries, come on, bro. Like, I just think that his whole approach, he should have been roasting Vlad this whole time. Be a comedian. Do what you do. You know, like, but like he made a lot of missteps. Like he allowed his ego to get to him. Like when he responded to Vlad the first time, as far as like on Instagram, like why wouldn't you put that on your podcast and get the streaming numbers up? You know, like he just.
I think they don't want to do that, man. I think his thing was how he felt. He felt hurt that they had a friendship. That's what he kept saying. We had a friendship. It was business. Like Vlad said, it was business. He's saying, no, bro, it wasn't business. We were friends. We talked all the time. Me and you were cool. You know, we hung out. So he looked at his first shit. He looked at his business.
I do think that you're right though. That I think that what I get from this whole thing, it seems like Aries is hurt by the situation.
Yeah.
That's the
I
way
would
it
be
comes
hurt too
across
if I hit
because like his responses is not what I'm expecting from Aries. I'm like, damn, Aries, like you kind of taking a soft approach in this situation. Like I would expect for him to be going at Vlad neck. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
but
no,
he
because he looked at him as a friend. He looked at him as a good friend. It's just Vlad is a businessman. He don't look at these guys as friends. He look at them as as a business colleague. That's it. Like you come on my platform and this is business.
I respect what Vlad has contributed to the game, and I appreciate the
Mhm,
blueprint that he has laid out for people, right? But
mhm.
I feel like, bro, the way that he came at Aries, he went at him like he was a punk, like he was comparing him to the side chick, the
Yeah,
convenient
he
one that just
disrespected
down the
him.
street. He totally destroyed and disrespected him, bro. Like I was like, sheesh, you know?
I felt like that's fucked up. You know, if Aries Spears was anybody else, I think Vlad would have not played with him. I think it would have been another gunplay MMG situation. Because I feel that Vlad doing that because Aries Spears is not no fighter type of guy. He's a funny guy. He's not into that. He's into, cracking jokes and having fun.
I feel
Vlad,
like Vlad is at a point now though where it seems like he just tired of dealing with people's shit though. Because if you've noticed
yeah.
over the years, he's gotten like more and more outspoken. Where he's like, I'm just not taking people's shit anymore. Like
Well, he
I'm
disrespecting
coming
people.
back at people. You
Yeah,
know?
he disrespecting people. He's getting on his platform, disrespecting people. And, Vlad feels like, okay, fuck you. This fuck me, fuck you. That's how
Are
Vlad
you a,
feels.
are you a fan of him being in front of the camera, being interviewed by his guests now? Are you a fan of that?
I'm a fan now because a lot of people that I've talked to, like a couple of like a female I talked to, she did an interview with him. And she said when she went to do the interview with Vlad, he wasn't present no, he came and met her, but he didn't do the interview. Like when it was time to do the interview, he did it like how we doing it. And he was in the area. They was in Florida. So it was kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't understand that with Vlad, like not wanting to do the interviews with the people present, like doing it from Zoom and that's it. Like if you meeting somebody and we doing an interview, I want to be in your face. Like you see my interview with Benzino, you see my interview with Keith Murray, the people.
Right,
Like
right.
I like to be close in person, even though this is cool too, because I've done this in the beginning, like us talking. But I think when you get to meet with the person, shake hands with the person, it's a different type of way. It's a different type of thing. And I'm gonna keep it real. And we gonna talk about my Benzino interview because me and him we had a good moment. I ain't gonna lie, we had a good moment, man. People be on here. They be talking about Benzino, but he the truth, man. He the truth. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. He the truth.
No, but what I'm saying though, like, are you a fan of Vlad getting interviewed?
Yeah, I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. He needs to be on the hot seat. Vlad
Okay.
a lot of things, and I think it's time for him to face a lot of questions because people need to question him about certain things.
I think you know what you're right though, because eventually you got to reinvent your platform a little bit, right? So I do think
Yeah,
that
like like how many times? Like, let's keep it real. Vlad has interviewed everybody that's on his platform now. He's interviewed them multiple times.
right.
It's nobody new that's on Vlad platform. Might be maybe a few people that's new that's on his platform, but everybody that's been on his platform, he's done interviewed them multiple times.
I think that it's because he's leaned so much more into the recurring guesting so that
Yeah,
he can calculate and estimate how much he's going to make that month. So he
yeah.
knows like kind of like what interview he has to do, and then he sneaks in the new ones and shit like that. You know, it's smart.
Yeah.
I get it. You know.
He's smart. He's smart for doing
Yeah.
that. I'm not gonna lie, he's smart for doing that.
What do you think about Aries threatening the defamation lawsuit?
Um, I don't think he should take it there. But I mean, it is his character, so he should sue. That's how I really feel. If he feel like his character was being, defamed, then he has every right to sue. Because Vlad did say some strong language. and he was calling him.
Yeah, but I just feel like, man, I feel like Aries like took this route that like you just did not expect from him. It was just like it's almost like the person that start the problem and then it's just like, oh my gosh, like how dare you? Like you
And a
know,
lot
like
of people,
this.
and the thing, Canada, a lot of people was jumping on Aries. Like that was the kind of weird thing for me. Like I saw not only just Corey, but Joe Budden. Like it was multiple people. Like they was just jumping on him. I'm like, damn, what did he do? That everybody just jumping on him. Man just said the man wasn't paying him what he wanted, and he felt like, yo, we had a friendship, and everybody just started dragging him. Like I don't get it because in my opinion, if that man felt like him and Vlad was tight like this, then he had every right to feel the way he felt. That's how I feel.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is the approach though. His approach seems like something that I thought Vlad would have pulled more than I thought they approaches would have been reversed, really. You know, but it was the other way around and I was really surprised by that, man. I was
Okay.
shocked.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.